How's it going, ladies and Bruce's up? I'm Sixkilla and welcome back to Clean Slate. I don't really know what's happening apart from the fact that we got grabbed from behind. We need to do something before we're choked to death. So let's bend his fingers. That always hurts like a bitch. Let's do that. I grab a finger from his left hand and pull it back hard. I feel his phalanx crack. Yet... fuck! He doesn't even flinch. I forgot. He doesn't feel any pain. Damn it, I can't hold much longer. He doesn't feel any pain? Well, then stomping his foot's not going to work either. Shake him off. I grab his forearms and start shaking violently in all directions. He has a hard time keeping up with me and finally loses balance. I drop to the floor, finally free from his grip, and rub my throat as I cough. Damn, that was too close. I can't relax just yet though. I stand up and finally face my attacker. It's not any less horrifying than the last time. The man without a face. This is my second encounter with him. The first time was 2 years ago. He woke me up one night and tried to kill me. Oh, well, that's his mistake. He shouldn't have woken you up. He should have killed you while you were sleeping. That would have made it easier. My wife was sleeping next to me, but she remained fast asleep the whole time. It was as if time had stopped for her. The man without a face chased me off my bed and came really close to murdering me. I managed to escape by running away, but a fist swings at me and I barely managed to dodge it. I have to run away from him, and fast. I kick the door open and make a run for it. I hear him chasing after me. When I reach the ground floor, I slam the door closed and place a chair against it. I need to stall him as much as I can while I think of something. Sure enough, he reaches the door and starts banging me. I don't think it's going to resist a lot of this monster's strength. Think, Brendan, think! Just then I remembered when I first got here and the thing I found in the drawer. Oh god, I don't want to do this. There must be another way. The banging is getting louder and louder and the door is starting to crack. I run for the desk and pull the drawer open. I look inside for a few seconds, my hand trembling. Do I dare? God damn it! I pick it up and take the safety off. Alright, I did it. The banging continues until finally the chair splits in half and the door is blown open. The man without a face stands at the doorway and then starts walking towards me. I pick it up and point it at him. My hands are soaked in sweat and I'm having a hard time keeping them from shaking. Die, you piece of shit! I fill his whole body with lead. Yet he only drops to his knees. I can tell he's still very much alive. Fucking die already! The man without a face slowly stands up, his body covered in holes. Yet no blood is coming out from them. What are you? What do you want from me? I'm drenched in cold sweat. He doesn't show signs of having heard me and breaks into a run toward me. I point my gun at him, but he's way too fast. He punches me in the stomach and I drop my gun on the floor as I fall to my knees, gasping for air. Son of a... The man bends down and grabs the gun. He turns to me. He places the barrel on my forehead. I shut my eyes tight. It's all over. I'm sorry, Sally. I couldn't do it. The man without a face pulls the trigger. But nothing happens. I open my eyes. He lifts the gun from my face, turns the grip around, and hits me across the face with the stock. I drop to the floor and bring my hand to my bleeding temple. Ha! You're out of luck, idiot. All 6 bullets are lodged up inside you. The man stands still for a few seconds as if lost in thought. Suddenly he moves again. He shoves his left hand in his pocket and pulls something out. Then he takes out the gun's magazine and throws it at me. Whoa! I catch it in midair before it hits my face. As I thought, it's completely empty. Is he doing what I think he is? Is that... Oh, you can't be serious. He's reloading? Where the hell did he get a full magazine from? And for this exact gun, no less. I have to do something. I stand up and run at him. Unsurprisingly, he overpowers me and grabs my neck. I can't let him reload, no matter what. I have to snatch that magazine away from him. I grip his left hand with both of mine to try and release the pressure from my neck, but it won't budge. As he tries to choke me, I lift my foot and kick him in the chest. right on a gunshot wound. During the split second which he flinches, I manage to pull his hand out of my throat, yet I lose my balance and fall back. In the confusion, he drops the full magazine he was holding. Soon enough, he recovers from the kick and goes back to what he was doing. He picks up a magazine that's lying on the floor and reloads the gun. I pant and stare at the horrifying creature in front of me. I don't bother to escape or fight back this time. He aims at the defenseless man sprawled in front of him. Yet this time I don't close my eyes. Come on, do your worst, you disfigured piece of shit. Huh? Nothing happens. He pulls the trigger again and again. But once again, nothing happens. He drops to his knees as if he were completely exhausted. I stand back up. Your time is up. The man drops to his hands and knees, as if there were a huge weight pushing him down. He tries to get up and point the gun at me, but his hand melts before he can pull the trigger, and the pistol falls to the floor. He drops down once again. Now his whole body starts melting, just like last time. I watch as he continues to disintegrate, finally disappearing without a trace. Fucking hell. I bend down and pick up the gun that he dropped. Just as I thought, he accidentally put the empty magazine back in. Guess I got lucky. I put the gun back in the drawer, together with the spare magazine he was carrying. Hopefully this will be the last time I have to touch one. I should hurry back downstairs before Luna realizes I'm gone and starts asking questions. Is she okay? There you are. How the hell did you leave without me noticing? Seems everything's back to normal down here. I went upstairs. I wanted to... Wait, are you bleeding? Oh my god, you've got a huge gash on your face. What the hell happened? Oh, I tripped in the dark and hit my head. Ouch. You okay? You shouldn't climb stairs with the lights off. Have you never watched cartoons? Yeah, but I just treed air for a little bit in mid-air and then I fell and then there was this poof smoke sound when I hit the ground and I left, you know, a human-shaped fucking hole in the ground with my arms out like that. Anyway, I'm going ahead to clean this wound up. Sure. But hurry. I'll be right back. Ouch. Will I be able to find Lucian? Is he alive? He's gotta be. Right? I need to find him, no matter what. I open the first aid kit on the wall and look for something to clean my wound. Shit! Stings like a bitch. Good enough. I better get back. I put my jacket back on and head out of the bathroom. Luna looks lost in thought. So, now we can unlock these doors, right? Yeah, I guess. What's in there anyway? I bet it's all boring crap. I don't think that's where he keeps the important stuff. Why would you care about that? Weren't you here just to get a scoop on Janice? Yeah, and I'm saying there's probably nothing interesting in there. Listen, what's important now is... Excuse me? Oh, come on, what now? I turn around to meet our newest intruder. This time it's a young man. Excuse you. Who are you supposed to be? And what are you doing here? Ah, hello. You can call me Sam. I used to work here with Dr. Janice. I heard about what had happened and couldn't help but want to come check. Likely story. Do you have any proof you worked for him? Of course. Did you already unlock the doors? We have to leave it blank. That's the password. Luna and I looked at each other, then we both glare at Sam. Alright, good enough for me. My name's Brendan Allister. Guess you can help, if you know what you're doing. What? Just like that? You're gonna let him just waltz in here and do as he pleases? Didn't I do exactly that with you? Seems fair to me. That's... Please calm down. I understand your concern. I'll just have to provide more evidence until you can believe me. Whatever. Don't bother. Luna leers at him and then turns around and lights a new cigarette. The lovely young lady's name is Luna. I'm guessing she's like that with everyone? Probably. I can hear you, jackass. Pleased to meet you, Luna. Uh-huh. A real charmer, huh? Anyway, now that introductions are out of the way, since we've already unlocked all the doors, we should start investigating them. I suggest we split up and search one each, and then investigate the fourth one together. Sounds good, Mr. Allister? What do you think, Luna? Fine by me. Luna agrees without questioning. Maybe she doesn't feel like arguing, or perhaps she likes the idea of being by herself for a bit. We will go to which door then? Why don't we let Mr. Allister decide? After all, he's the one in charge of this investigation, right? Oh, thanks, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. It's not like we know what's in what door anyway. Fair enough. Alright then, I choose... Oh man, I need to save here. Is there a way I can save here? Yeah. Save. Yes, I would like to overwrite my save, thank you. Door 1, I suppose. Since I'm the first to pick, I'll just go with door 1. Alright, Luna, you can choose next. 2, I guess. Then I'll go ahead and check room 3. Is that okay with everyone? Yeah, no problem. Sure. Great. Then it's settled. We'll meet out here when we're all done with our rooms, and we'll exchange information. And then we can all explore room 4 together. Sounds like a plan. Alright guys, good luck. With that settled, everyone walks to their chosen doors. We all look at one another one last time, nod and press the switch that unlocks them. The door slides open. I take a deep breath and step forward. As soon as I set foot inside the room, the door shuts behind me. I turn around and confirm my suspicion. It's locked. For now, I should focus on finding the password so I can get out. Alright, let's see. What do we have here? Looking around the room, I see a computer on one of the desks, which, surprisingly, is already on. I move the mouse and the screen lights up. Yet before I do anything else, a video pops up by itself. It's a video of Lucian. What the hell? Greetings and welcome to my lab. If you're in this room, it means two things. First, you managed to figure out the first password. I commend you for that. Second, you're trying to infiltrate my vault and presumably steal all of my equipment and research. This room, as well as the other three, will test whether you are worthy of acquiring my whole life's work. Now, you might be wondering, why would this crazy old man make it easier for thieves to break in? The explanation is simple, really. You see, my line of work is not what one would call safe. It's very often that I put my life at stake. It's a part of the job that I've come to terms with. If something were to happen to me, I would be trapped inside my vault and all of my research would go to waste. Who knows how much time it would take for people to break in by force. And if they do, they would need strength so great it would jeopardize all of my delicate equipment. So whether you're an aspiring scientist or a simple thief, I will give you one chance to carry on with my work. If you can solve the challenges in these rooms, you'll be granted access to my vault. But if you fail to complete the tasks present in them, then your punishment will be death. What? I start hearing a beeping behind me and turn around, drops of cold sweat trickling down my face, and when I realize what's making that sound, my blood freezes. Installed on the wall, there is a big digital clock counting down. It's approaching the 28-minute mark, so I guess it started at half an hour. My heart feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. What? Why? Why would he do this? I knew he was a bit eccentric and he had a twisted sense of humour, but this is on a whole new level. This is straight up murder. I slam my hand on the desk. The video goes on. If you take too long to find the password, all the oxygen in this room will be extracted immediately. It's certainly not the best way to go, let me tell you. Only people I deem worthy will be allowed to access the vault. Anyone arrogant enough to try and take over my lab who can't even solve these tests, well, let's say they had it coming. Still, I'm not completely heartless. In the top drawer of this desk, there is a syringe with a general anesthetic. If you find that asphyxiating to death is too scary of a concept, you can make yourself fall asleep peacefully beforehand. That should make sure that your death is as painless as possible. One last thing before I leave you to your very important task. Let me tell you how all this works. This emergency system is turned off manually by me once a week. I mean, it's not like I would want to give up my research when I'm still up and kicking, right? So, if you're watching this video, it means I've not turned it off for at least 7 days. I'm sure you know what that means. So he was supposed to turn it off today. It also means I won't be accountable for any unfortunate accidents that might take place in this lab. With all that said, I bid you farewell and wish you the best of luck. Prevail through these trials and carry on my legacy. With that, the video comes to an end. Cool. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. How do I start? Let's see here. This is the general anesthetic. Only Lucian would use glass syringes in this day and age. Fancy. Ugh. Let's see here. I think there's something on the computer screen. Welcome to room number 1. For the first puzzle, you'll be presented with 6 beakers that correspond to unknown chemical elements. You'll be required to find out which element each beaker represents. You'll be provided with a kit of testers which will give you information on what kind of element each beaker represents. The testers at the top will tell you what type of element it is. Obviously, each beaker will only make one of these react. Meanwhile, the testers shown as icons will give you miscellaneous information on the elements to further narrow the answer down. Any number of them may react to a given beaker. To go with the testers, there is a periodic table on top of the desk. Compare the results of the test, the information on the table to deduce which element corresponds to which beaker. When you think you know the answer, press the question mark label onto the beaker to input the element you want. Don't worry about capitalization. Until the correct elements have been entered, you'll be notified that the labels will be locked. If you made a mistake, you'll be offered a one-time hint that you can use to check which answers are wrong. Good luck. If you ever get stuck, some puzzles feature hints that you can access with the light bulb icon on the bottom right. Usually clicking multiple times to give different hints, so if the first hint does not help you get to the answer, keep trying. I don't really understand, but okay. Wow, I better get started. Now, where's that periodic table? Oh, here. So I have to check which beaker... Check each beaker with these 4 testers until I've narrowed them down to one possible element. Then I click the label under the beaker and input what I think is the answer. Seems clear enough. Is it? Although, what's with the arrows on the beakers? Oh well. I guess it'll make sense later. It's probably to do with, like... I don't know, proton count or something. Click the icon at the bottom left to open the periodic table. Press the icon again to put the table away. If you're using the keyboard, the T will toggle the... Too much information! Stop giving me tutorials. Numbers 1 to 6. We'll select corresponding beaker, shift 1, 6, blah 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 blah. Fuck off. Right, I don't know what these mean. This element's atomic number, when doubled, is greater than the atomic number of the element directly under it? Oh, I see. Wait, what did this mean? Oh, so when I test one, it tests all of them? So this element's mass is lower than 30. Oh man, I need a pen and paper. And the atomic number is greater than the atomic number of the element directly under it. This is going to take ages to work out. So I feel like I need to cut ahead quite a bit, because otherwise I feel like I'm going to be here for ages figuring this out. Because it could take ages to go through and figure out just that. Mass is lower than 30. Atomic double is greater than double of the one under it. Either magnesium or sodium. It has to be. It's either magnesium or sodium. Because both of their masses are under 30, and if you double their numbers, they're considerably higher than the ones under them. Alright, next one. Atomic number is between 2 and 10. Mass is lower than 30. Oh wait, it does say up here, it's an alkali metal. Oh, I didn't realize that. This one says alkali earth. Alkali earth, that means that this one has to be magnesium. Okay, so the first one's definitely magnesium. Oh, do we just... My bad. It's just the chemical symbol then. This one's an alkali metal. 2 and 10. Alkali metal, actually. That does narrow it down a bit, doesn't it? In fact, it has to be lithium. Alright, what's the next one? The next one has none of these and they're a halogen. So that means this atomic number's not between 2 and 10. Chlorine or the AT one. What are the other conditions? Mass is low, it has to be higher than 30, both of them are. The element's atomic number is a squared number. Neither of those are squared numbers. Okay, so that one could be chlorine and it could be whatever that other one was. Alright, let's see if we can actually... Oh, we got lithium on that one. Alright, next one. The next one... Oh, hang on. It's a here. Okay. The next one is a transition metal. Atomic number doubled is greater than... more than double. It's not between 2 and 10, and it's not lower than 30 mass. And it is a squared number. Oh man, there's so many transition metals though. Pretty much, the squared number pretty much limits it to being manganese, right? It has to be manganese. What do you mean? Manganese. Alright. We're getting there. Still not sure about this one. Alright, the next one is going to be an alkali metal. That's nice and narrowing it down. It does the whole greater than double the one under it. And its mass is lower than 30. That probably narrows it down a lot. In fact, it has to be sodium. Calling it sodium. Last one. Although we haven't figured out the other one yet, but we're close. The next one is a non-metal. It doesn't have the double thing. It isn't between 2 and 10, but its mass is still lower than 30, and it's a squared number. That narrows it down a lot. And there's not a lot of non-metals anyway. It feels like it has to be sulfur, but because it's the only squared number there, but at the same time, it doesn't meet the other requirement at all. But I can't think of what else it would be, so let's just put sulfur in. And for this one, we're just going to try chlorine and hope for the best. At least one element has been entered incorrectly. You may use a one-time hint, which will tell you which ones are incorrect. Alright, where's that? Damn, I screwed up somewhere. Hang on. This last one just doesn't make sense. It's a non-metal, but all non-metals I find don't fit the criteria exactly. I know non-metal doesn't mean not a metal. It's just the name of the group. Am I looking at the table wrong? Are there any other non-metals that I'm not seeing? So it is this one. It doesn't meet the criteria. So when you say non-metal, are you actually meaning... Fuck. I miss hydrogen. I miss hydrogen. You fucking idiot. Look. Its mass is under 30 and 1 times 1 equals 1. Hydrogen. It's easily hydrogen. All elements were entered correctly. Goddamn stupid asshole. How did I miss hydrogen? One of the most common elements on the planet. You must now use the information that you've obtained in order to find the passcode that will let you leave this room. The first letter has been provided. You will now be shown an alphabet which you'll use in order to figure out the next letters in the passcode. You must pick 6 letters, one by one. On each step, you have to look at the highlighted beaker which will give you information on how to go from the current letter, shown in red, to the next. So for the second letter, you'll be looking at the first beaker and its element, for the third letter, the second beaker, etc. Find a way to move to the next letter on each step until you have all the letters. Please note that any mistake you make will be carried throughout the whole puzzle, since each letter depends on the previous one. After you've typed in all letters, if you made a mistake, you'll be able to see which letters are correct and incorrect, so feel free to use that to your advantage. Good luck. I don't know what that means, but okay. I better figure out exactly what it wants me to do. The first red letter is a C, so I guess I have to figure out how to get to the next letter in the passcode from that C. What is the hint the beakers gave me exactly? Once I figure that out that logic, it'll be a matter of applying it until I have the letters. Do I have to move their atomic number across the alphabet, or something like that? Something like that? What's magnesium? 12. So maybe I move 12 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. O. And then from lithium we move... What's lithium? 3. 1, 2, 3. R. Chlorine we move back. A. From magnesium we go right. It's 12. No, it's manganese, not magnesium. 25. Shit. Sodium we go back. 11. R. And hydrogen we go back 1. N. Processing. Okay. Corazon. I don't know what that means, but I'm glad that it was right. Congratulations! You've completed room 1. Only took me a decade. Man, I'm dumb. I plopped down on the chair and heaved a sigh. After sitting down, staring at the ceiling for God knows how long, I hear the door open. Mr. Alistair, are you alright? Huh? What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go back outside. Right. I'm so glad you're okay. I didn't know the rooms would be this intense. So your room also had a timer? Yes, I'm pretty sure they all do. The stakes are much higher than I anticipated. Yeah. This is pretty messed up, even for him. Why are you here again? I hold Dr. Janice in the highest esteem. I can't rest easy knowing I might not be able to speak to him again. I feel the same way, although we probably admire him for different reasons. How so? Well, as far as I know, you look up to him because he's your role model, right? The genius scientist that took you under his wing. The person you aspire to be in the future. I guess that's about right. I would be happy to become half as knowledgeable as Dr. Janice. I've read all of his papers. His advancements on genetic engineering were so fascinating to me. They still are. I'd spend days holed up in my room just burning through them all. Dr. Janice helped me write my doctoral dissertation on genetics. I managed to arrange a meeting and presented my project to him. He showed interest in my ideas, so we started working on it together. Sadly, we ended up cutting the project short before we could test it. Huh? Why'd you stop then? Well, let's just say we had some ideological differences which brought the whole project to a premature end. Huh. That's too bad, really. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I'm here for. I want to find Dr. Janice and pick up where we left off. I'm ready to accept his terms this time. I wonder if Lucian's methods were a bit too unorthodox for this kid. I want to find Dr. Janus. And if he's passed away, I want to retrieve all the research that was left here. It needs to get finished. I know I can make it happen. I see. How about you? What do you admire him for? Are you also a man of science, Mr. Alistair? Not exactly, no. I don't look up to Lucian as a mentor or anything like that. It's a bit more personal. You see, I've known him for a very long time. And with that, I think it's time to wrap this one up here. I hope the episode's long enough after I cut out a whole bunch of puzzle solving, because I struggled with that for a while, I must admit. Mainly the arrow part. The other part was easy enough, but the arrow part, I struggled with understanding what it wanted from me. But, you know, we got there in the end. That's the main thing. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.